Okay, so let me get this straight. You work from 12 p.m. to 6 a.m. at a haunted pizzeria that is possessed by the spirits of dead children, and you have to ward off those animatronics every single night before you go home, or else they'll stuff you into a suit, right? That's what I'm getting from you. Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to believe, but it's pretty much how it goes. The animatronics are possessed, and there was this crazy serial killer running around in the 80s that caused all of it. It was a mess. Right? No, I believe you. Wait, just like that? You believe me that easily? Yeah. It's actually kind of pretty much what I deal with too, except we don't deal with animatronics, we deal with toys. But yeah, pretty much toys. I mean, I had to deal with toy animatronics. I never dealt with like actual literal toys. Wait, did you also have like a serial killer from the 80s running around? I mean, I guess you could say we have a serial killer. It was really the company being like really evil and greedy and trying to basically, I think, create immortality or something like that. Like that was pretty much their end goal. Oh, damn. That low-key sound like After Robotics. Shooting in the dark here. Did you have like a underground facility where you had to either send out or bring in things for, to experiment on people in? Yeah, we had the underground facility too at Playtime Co. Wow. Like we really locked in for real. I didn't know we had so much in common, man. So, what happened at your underground facility? Because I had to work at this place called Circus Babies, and we had to like send out animatronics in order to, bring people back in so that the company would do their evil stuff. So, all right, that sort of is like us, but we didn't really have to like send robots out to like get them. We sort of had like this whole orphanage set up underground, so they would just come here, and we had like a little school there too, so they would just come here, learn, and then we just swept them up when we needed them. Oh, wait, stop, go back. Did you just say you had an orphanage? Yeah, orphanage. Is that crazy or something? What's wrong with it being an orphanage? And the orphanage was underground. Yes, the orphanage was underground with the rest of the factory. You're a toy factory, right? Like, that's what you said. You're not, like, manufacturing anything. Like, you're a toy factory, specifically a toy factory. It was a toy factory? I don't know why I have to... Why? What's wrong with that? How can you not see the problem with that? And you said there was a school, too. Who greenlit this? Who was letting their kids go to an orphanage and school inside of a toy factory? What were y'all building down there, a fallout shelter? What? Huh? Bro, didn't you just say that you had to work in a factory thing underground where you had to send out animatronics and bring back kids with them? Why are you questioning me on how my stuff works? Yeah, they sent them out to parties and took them from the parties. They didn't have a school or an orphanage underground to store them in. That's not how that worked. How did you get all of that underground to begin with? Who greenlit that? And whose parents was letting them go down there in the first place? All right, but whatever. What did you have built with your factory? Because there's no way it was just a factory of killing machine robots. What was built on top of it? Okay, I guess over top the factory, there was like this, sort of fake house that William Afton would bring people into to experiment on them with nightmare gas and stuff. But that was just him. Like, that didn't happen at all the locations. That wasn't something that was normalized at a location. That was a very horrific thing that happened. Oh, that reminds us of a catnap. It was like this purple cat thing that would, leak out this gas that would put kids to sleep. You had a toy for that? You had a toy that put kids to sleep? What is wrong with you? Why are you acting surprised? You just said that you had like a nightmare chamber thing going on where kids were experimented on with nightmare gas. Why does that surprise you? Yeah, I did say that. I also said it was horrific and definitely not normalized. Don't try to act like that's an equivalency, bro. You're weird. Not equivalent. Both of our places are run by an evil CEO. Both of us have had experiments with nightmare stuff. Both of us had experiments on children. Both of us had some level of death in the staff. What about that is not equivalent? What? How many people got turned into toys at your factory? How many times did that happen? How many people? I don't know, like a few hundred, I think. A few hundred? And you did nothing? Did you even try to help anybody there? At least I was going around setting the places I went to on fire. What did you do? And what was I supposed to do to save them? Deconstruct the toys? Like, you mentioned going around to places and setting them on fire. You weren't exactly saving people either. Bro, yes, actually I was, because fire weakens down remnant so the souls can be set free. I was doing my job. What were you doing? What is remnant? Oh, so remnant is basically like this soul metal stuff. Like when a soul gets attached to a machine, you can melt it down and get like this substance that's called remnant. Basically, it can help regenerate things. It's also what keeps the souls bound to the bodies. But yeah, basically, it's basically immortality juice. It's soul juice, is what it is. All right, it's soul juice. Oh, you're talking about growth medium? Yeah, we have that. Growth me. You have a thing that lets you heal and regenerate and revive the dead, and you just manufacture that at your factory? Yeah, we made it in the factory. We, had a whole bunch of it, actually. If you had that, why were people turning themselves into toys? You already had immortality juice. What was the point of that? No, actually, yeah, that's a good question. I don't really know. I just worked there for real, for real. I don't know the answer to that. You don't know? Okay, let me ask you this. Is the ex or maybe even still current CEO of your company some sort of mechanical robot machine thing or a toy, I guess in your case, that's undead and looking for revenge or continuing his evil work? I mean, he might be the prototype, might not be. It's sort of up in the air right now, to be honest. But all I really know is that, like, he started this to bring his dead daughter back to life. So there's that whole thing going on still. Or it's not going on. I don't know. The storyline is kind of complicated. Stop. So you're telling me that the CEO or ex-CEO or whatever of your company started all of this because he wanted to bring someone back to life by turning them into something else. Along the way, discovered the thing of immortality. You have sort of a regeneration juice or nutrient or whatever you call it, and everything is turned into toys, and you have all these angry souls running around killing things. You want to be us so bad, it's crazy. Who want to be you? Probably Playtime is one of the greatest mascot horror things of all time. I don't want to hear nothing from you. You're not talking to me like that. FNAF came first and we did it better. How did you come after us after we paved the way and you did it worse? I don't want to hear nothing from you. Do not come after us like that again. Just because you did it first doesn't mean you're better, bro. Stop coping. I'm coping? Man, screw this argument. We're going to break the fourth wall right now. I know you're not talking when that 5th chapter just came out. You're the greatest of all time at being mid is what you are. I know you're not talking. All right, bro. Not too much. I'm not going to stop because nobody liked it. Everyone thought it was mid at best, disgustingly garbage at worst. Even when Security Breach came out, and that game was a hot mess. People still loved the game. They still had fun with the game. We ain't never had a game like you that nobody liked. Man, I put Amanda the Adventurer over you. Talk about greatest of all time. Put Amanda the Adventurer over who? I know you are not putting that game over us. Stop playing. We have 5 whole chapters. 5 whole chapters of one story that's never going to finish. Why do we have to wait 10 years to see the ending of your game? Why is it that complicated? It should never be that complicated. Why? No, you aren't talking about the story being split up. You have games, books, a cookbook, a movie. What are you yapping on? And all those have their own stories and endings. By the time we reached 10 years old, we had multiple timelines of stories that all had their own endings. You should never take 10 years to finish one story. Do not use that as an excuse, bro. And guess what? All those probably made more money than your game did. Man, whatever, bro. I'm sick of this conversation, bro. Exactly, bro. Excuse after excuse. That's all y'all ever do over there, bro. See, I put Hello Neighbor above you when it comes to mascot horror. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't. All right, that was funny. Bro. Loki, you ain't that bad. Not even gonna watch you. You ain't either, bro. You ain't even that bad for real. Because at least I might got problems with you, but